Hello dear friends, finding square root through long division method. It takes quite a while and most of the students feel uncomfortable while finding the square root through long division method. So we need to have an alternative method, particularly for numbers which are as large as these numbers which I have written on the board, 9 examples. These are all numbers of 5 digits, and this is part 1 of this video in which I am demonstrating this method. The numbers which I have taken start from 10,000 onwards and up to 40,000. You can take any number and find the square root virtually in 5 seconds. That's it, 5 seconds time, and that too very accurately. So this is part 1 of the series of 2 videos on finding the square root of 5 digit numbers, and in this part 1 I am taking numbers from 10,000 to 40,000. So up to 40,000, any number of 5 digits, you can find the square root using this amazing shortcut which I am going to demonstrate using these 9 examples. Friends, let me tell you one thing. When you see all these tricks, it is very easy to see and admire the tricks. But if you want to master them, you need to practice a lot. Take 30-40 such examples and then give it a practice session. Only then you will be able to solve it in 5 to 6 seconds. So many of my friends and subscribers on the channel, they ask me, sir, for a 5-second trick you have taken 10 minutes to explain. Yes, explanation does take time and practice takes even more time. But why do we practice? We practice in order to reduce the amount of time we are taking to solve a problem accurately. So speed needs practice. So kindly take this as an advice. Whichever video you are watching, give it practice sessions, give it time, only then it will give you the desired output. So let's see this trick. First of all, I am taking 12996. Now see, I'll divide this number into two parts. First 3 digits and the last 2 digits. The last 2 digits are 96. The number is ending with 6. Whenever a number ends with 6, the square root of that number ends with 2 possible digits. And those 2 digits are either it is a 4 or it is a 6, and we will have some number in front of this. So the number, that means the square root of 12996 will either end with 4 or end with 6. Why? It is because the square of 4 is 16, which ends with 6, and the square of 6 is 36, which again ends with 6. So you need to be well aware of this fact. So we will have two possible answers, and what is the remaining part of the answer? The remaining part of the answer, fortunately, will be same in both the cases. So we will have only two options, out of which we have to choose one to get the correct answer. What is the other part? Now see the triplet 129. 129, just find a perfect square which is just below 129. And you will be able to find that only if you are aware of square numbers from 11 to 20. What is 11 square? 11 square is 121, but 12 square, it crosses 129. So which is the perfect square below 129? It is 11 square, 121. So 11 is the remaining part of the answer. So our answer is either 114 or 116. So how much time you are going to take to guess these two? I think 3 to 4 seconds. And in the next step, you will have your answer. We will have to choose between 114 and 116. For that, you need to know one more concept of squaring, which I have posted already on the channel. Very famous trick of finding the squares of number ending with 5. So 114 and 116. In between this, we have 115 Always take the middle number ending with 5. Whatever options you get, take the number ending with 5 which lies between the two numbers. I'll demonstrate it here also. 115 square. Now how do you find 115 square orally? So this method which I am demonstrating is actually a 3-in-1 trick. This is yet another shortcut. Just forget 5. What number is there here? 11. Multiply 11 by its successor, 11 into 12. 12 into 11 times, if you do 12 into 11, it will be 132. So 132 and end the answer with 25, you get the square of 150. Very, very easy method. You just need to know the table of 12. 11 multiplied by its consecutive 12. 11 into 12 is 132, and whenever the number ends with 5, the square ends with 25. So the square of 115 is 13225. And now we will have our answer. Just observe this number 12996 and this number 13225. This number is smaller than 13225, and if this number is smaller than this, our answer is above this arrow. So 114 is our answer. Suppose this number would have been more than 13225, then our answer would have been below the arrow. So only one possible answer, 114. Pick up your calculators and check. 114 multiplied by 114 is equal to, you will get the answer 12996. So at first it might look little bit lengthy, but subsequent examples you are going to feel very, very comfortable. Let's see. 16129. Now see 161 and 29. Now it is ending with 9. So our answer will end with either 3 because 3 into 3 is 9, or 7 because 7 into 7 is 49 ending with 9. Now what is the next balance part? 161. What is the perfect square below 161? It is 12 square 144 because 13 square is 169 which is above 161. So 12 square means 12 is the remaining part. So either our answer is 123 or 127, and what is the intermediate number? It is 125. How do you square this? 12 into 13. Now you need to multiply 12 by 13. 13 into 12 is 156 and follow it by 25. Compare these two numbers. 16129 is greater than this. So our answer is below the arrow, that is 127. Was this method? And I am sure you are going to feel comfortable by this method very, very soon. Let's see the third example. Here we have the number ending with 4. So our answer will either end with 2 because 2 into 2 is 4, or our answer will end with 8 because 8 into 8 is 64 which ends with 4. What is the balance number? 174. So 13 square is 169, but 14 square is more than 174. So 13 is the remaining part. So our answer either it is 132 or 138. Now take the intermediate number 135. You need to multiply 13 by its successor 14. 14 3 is 42. So 14 1 is 14, 8. 182 and you have 25. Now observe this number, it is smaller than this. So our answer is the smaller one, that is above the arrow. So 132 is the square root of 17424. Isn't it amazing? Little bit of practice is required to master this. Let's see more examples. Now see ending with 5, very comfortable here because in case of numbers ending with 5, we have only one option, that is 5 itself. But in other digits, we have two options. So here we have only one option, so our answer will come out directly. 210, which is the perfect square below 210? It is 14 square 196 because 14 square is 196 and 15 square is above that 225. So we have to take the smaller one. So 14 is the balance part, thereby giving you the answer 145. Only one option in this case. So all numbers ending with 5-digit numbers, the square root can be found out virtually orally. Let's see another one ending with 9 again. So just like here, answer will end with either 3 or 7. 234. Now we need to check 14 square is okay. 15 square is 225, which is just below this. So 15 is the remaining part. Now take the intermediate number 155 square. So 15 multiplied by its successor 16. 16 5 are 80. So this is 240. So 240 followed by 25. Now observe that this number is smaller than this. So our answer is the smaller one, 153. Let's see more examples. 56. So just like this question, this is ending with 6. So our answer will either end with 4 or end with 6. 275. We have already taken 15 square as 256. Do you know what is 16 square? This is okay. 17 square is 289. This is above 275, so it has to be 16, 256. So 16 is the remaining part. So either the answer is 164 or the answer is 166. Take the intermediate number 165 square. 16 multiplied by its successor 17. 17 into 6 is 102. 17, 27. So 272 and follow it by 25. And now look at this number. This is greater than this. So our answer is the greater one, that is below the arrow, 166. 3 more examples. This number is ending with 4. So the answer will end with 2 or it will end with 8. Now we have already done up to 16 square. 17 square is 289. 18 square is 324. So 324 is greater. So we have to take 17 square. So 17 is the remaining part. Take the intermediate number 175 square. So you have to multiply 17 by its successor 18. 8 7 is 56. 8 plus 7 15 plus 5 20. 306. So 306 and 25. Now compare these two numbers. This is greater. So our answer is the greater one, that is below the arrow, 178. Let's have the next one ending with 1. When it ends with 1, our answer either ends with 1 or ends with 9, because 1 into 1 is 1, 9 into 9 is 81, ending with 1. Now 327. I already told you 18 square is 324. It is just below 327, so it has to be 18 here. So answer is either 181 or 189. Take the intermediate number 185. How do you find the square of 185? Multiply 18 by 19. So 9 8 is 72. 9 plus 8 17 plus 7 24. 342 and then ending with 25. Compare these two numbers. This is smaller. So our answer is the smaller one, 181. Last one ending with 9. So if it ends with 9, answer will end either with 3 or the answer will end either with 7. Now see this number 372. 19 square is 361. So it has to be 19 here. So either the answer is 193 or 197. Take the intermediate number 195 square. 19 into 20 is 380. Follow it by 25. Compare these two. This is smaller, so our answer has to be smaller, that is 193. Friends, just watch how this trick is working for all numbers up to 40,000. Beyond 40,000, you need to be aware of the squares of numbers from 21. That is, see, I'm taking squares of 17, 18. Here I've taken the squares of numbers up to 19. So if you go beyond 40,000, then the squares of numbers from 20, 21, 22 up to 29 are required to solve for the numbers. So that I'll take up in part 2 of this video. Till then, practice this, and I'm sure this method will prove very, very beneficial to everybody preparing for competitions. So if you like this video, do share it with all your friends who are preparing for competitions, and especially with junior students, for building up the interest in mathematics. And if you like this video, do share it, and do not forget to subscribe the channel. Hello friends, I hope you have seen the first part of the series of videos on squaring 5-digit numbers. I took up numbers from 10,000 to 40,000, and in this video, in part 2, I am going to take up numbers beyond 40,000 up to 65,000. The method remains the same, but the complexity increases a little bit because now you need to know the squares of numbers from 21 to 30. Now, these are the things which are, they form the basics of solving all these questions. So, if you know 21 square, it is 441, 22 square, it is 484, 23 square, it is 529, 24 square 576, 25 square is obvious 625, 26 square is 676, 27 square is 729, 28 square is simultaneously you can go on and on. I think I'll be using only up to 25, 26, so that's why I'm not writing others. Now this is a triplet and this is doublet. Now 36 ends with 6, so our answer has to end with either 4 because 4 into 4 is 16 which ends with 6, or it should end with 6 because 6 into 6 is 36 which ends with 6. So two possibilities of the unit digit. And what about the remaining number? 424. Now 424 is just above 20 square. 20 square is 400. If you take 21 square, it is 441, which is above 424. So I need a perfect square which is just below this triplet 424. So it is 20. So 20 will come here, thereby giving us two possibilities, 204 or 206. Now take the intermediate number 205. How do you square 205? Just leave 5, take 20, multiply it by its consecutive number 21. So 20 into 21, this will give you 420, and just write 25 after that, you get the square of the intermediate number 205. Now compare this number with this 424, 420. 424 is more than 42025. So if this number is greater than this, then we will have the greater option. So 206 is our required answer. Had this number been lesser than this number, then we would have got 204 as the answer. So in this case, 206 becomes our obvious answer. Now let's apply this method for 47961. Now see 479 and 61. It ends with 1, so our answer will end with either 1 or 9. Why? Because 1 into 1 is 1, 9 into 9 is 81, which ends with 1. So only two options are there. Now see 479. 479 is slightly more than 441, but 479 is less than 484. So I need a number which is less than this. So 441, that means it is 21 square. So 21 will form the other part of the answer. So either our answer is 211 or our answer is 219. Now how do you check that? Take the intermediate number. This is 215 square. And what is 215 square? For that we need to multiply 21 by its consecutive 22. This is 2, 6, 4, 462, and follow it up by 25. Now compare this number with this. This is more than this. So the number which is greater will have, this will be the final answer for our square root of 47961. So 219 is our answer. Let's see more questions. After this we can practice. Now see here we have 5. Whenever there is a 5, our complexity reduces to half. This is a very easy question because our answer will end with 5 itself. And leave the doublet here, take the triplet 506. 506 is more than 484 but less than 529. So we have to take the number which is lesser. It is 22 square. So 22 will come here, thereby giving us the final answer 225. Let's see this one. So we have a 4 here. 4 means the answer will end either with 2, 2 into 2 is 4, or with 8, 8 into 8 is 64. What about the remaining part 538? 538 is more than 529, which is 23 square. So 23 will come here in both the options. And now take the intermediate number 235 square. What is 235 square? For that you need to multiply 23, this is 23, by its consecutive 24. So 4 is 12, 8 plus 6 14 plus 1 15 and 5. So 552 and follow it up by 25. Now compare this with this. This is smaller than this. So the smaller option will be our final answer. So 232 is the square root of 53824. Let's see this one. Ending with 9. So our answer ends with either 3 or 7. Because 3 into 3 is 9 and 7 into 7 is 49, which ends with 9. Now see this. 610. Now 610 is more than 576 but less than 625. So I have to take the number which is smaller, which is 24 square. So 24 will come here, thereby giving us two options. Take the intermediate number now. Let's take the intermediate number 245 square. What is 245 square? Now we need to multiply 24. This is 24 by its consecutive 25. So 5 4 are 20, 10, 18, 20, 600. So 600 followed by 25. Now compare this with this. This is greater. So the greater option will be our answer, that is 247. Finally, we have 63001. See, ending with 1. Just like in this case, 1 and 9 are the possible unit places. And finally, 630. 630 is just more than 625. So 25 will come here. So 251 or 259, one of them is our answer. How do we find that? We have to take the intermediate number 255. How do we find 255 square? Just take 25, multiply it by its consecutive number 26. So 6 5 is 30, 12, 22, 25, 6. So 650 followed by 25. Now compare this with this. This is smaller. So smaller answer number will be our final answer. See friends, I have made use of numbers only up to 630 means 625. So I have not used squares beyond 25. So if you have to use squares beyond 25, then this number 65,000 can be further increased to 1 lakh, which we will see in subsequent parts of this video. Till then, if you like this video of squaring, do share it with your friends because it is very useful for competitions. And if you have not done till now, do not forget to subscribe the channel.